Hey, everybody. Welcome to another fine edition of the Post-Credit Show. I'm your host, Ronnie Williams.
And I'm Serge, the urge for Serge.
Hey, Serge, was there any post-credit scenes after the movie?
Were they? I didn't see anything.
There was a dance number during the credits.
That was a great scene.
Yes. It seems like if you don't know how to end a movie, a dance number is a surefire way to go.
It was a great dance scene, yeah.
Yeah. You were cracking up.
I love this movie.
Hey, Rachel already chiming in. Thanks for chiming in. This show's for you if you're not familiar with the show. There's enough dudes telling you what they thought about movies, but we try to incorporate the rest of the world. So get at us. If there's any other kid films you want to talk about, we'll touch upon all of them.
All right.
Gwen Williams loved the dance number as well.
It was really good.
Do the peacock.
Was the elephant? Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was brilliant.
Brilliant. How soon should people watch this movie?
I'm going to say watch it on one of those cheap theaters.
Oh, the cheapo theater?
Where they're like $2.
$2 now because of inflation. It used to be $1 back in my day.
I mean, it's all right to pay $2 to watch this movie.
I say see it before you leave theaters, especially if you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went with a big group of kids. So, I got their perspective. They were having a good time. The one 3-year-old in a group, he said it's so long.
Wow.
Because he's never sat past like a 20-minute episode of anything.
Well, an hour and 40 minutes is, I think, a reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable, but to a 3-year-old,
it felt like days.
Right. So a more mature 4-year-old or a 5-year-old would be the age range.
Yeah.
And maybe no one above 12.
Okay. Rachel says, back in your day, you were not old enough for that line. I guess.
Dang it, Rachel.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah, you're not that old, bro.
Throwing shade. Shade. Gwen took her niece and she loved it.
I would take a niece to go watch this movie. I think the worst kids movie I've seen this year is probably the Lego Movie 2.
Lego Movie 2 was a bit of a disappointment. I agree.
This one was better.
Yeah. It's a solid kids movie. I don't know if they were like when I saw the previews, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the next Spy Kids. You know. You get some Latino actors, and Spy Kids is Antonio Banderas and some lady.
Yeah.
And they got Michael Pena and Eva Longoria, I believe her name is, of Desperate Housewives fame.
Yeah.
But it's funny, she was also in Overboard and a producer, I believe, on Overboard with the secret bad guy of the movie. Let's throw up the spoilers.
Uh-oh.
The secret bad guy. In fact, I have an image for the secret bad guy. This guy. He was in Overboard as well.
Yeah, that guy, I actually called my mom up because I wanted to know. This guy, he comes from La Familia Peluche, which is like a big comedy show in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And I always thought this guy's acting was really bad, you know? I thought his show was not funny.
Yeah.
And I saw him here, and I'm like, oh, no. I was like, this jerk.
This jerk.
And right on, his acting was very bad.
I don't know. It was interesting, like, when he was hanging out with the kids, you know, and, like, saying how he's friends with his parents. And it's funny, like, these types of movies, like, there's always a guy that's, like, friends of the parents that you've never heard of before. Like, what's that kid's series? A Series of Unfortunate Events. They're, like, all uncles and aunts of these kids, and they've never met them before.
With Jim Carrey?
Yeah, the first one was with Jim Carrey, and then Netflix did a series on it. I like the Netflix series.
I haven't seen either one.
Check out the Netflix series. Good watch, especially if you haven't seen the movie, because the movie covers like the first 6 episodes. Like each episode's a 2-parter of like a novel, you know. So, but yeah, what's that song and dance man who always hosts the Tonys?
I don't know.
The guy from How I Met Your Mother. Oh. Patrick.
Whatever. I know who you're talking about, though.
Right. Oh, Rachel liked the Netflix series too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a series of unfortunate events on Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Starring Neil Patrick Harris. He actually got an eye tattoo on his ankle.
Really?
Yes.
For the show?
For the show, because, they had to put it on every episode, And I think it's easier to cover up than put on, maybe. I don't know.
That's wild.
Gwen chiming in. I thought the movie was refreshing in how it put little things from the original cartoon show. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's list off some stuff that's from the original cartoon.
I mean, right off the bat, like when she's a little girl, she has the big head.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah, they found the littlest girl with the biggest head they could find.
And actually, the animated series, Dora has a giant head.
Giant head.
Yeah.
And it's only made worse by her haircut.
Yeah.
Like her head's like a football almost. Yeah, and Boots is there, and it's
the talking backpack, the map.
Right, yeah, it starts off complete, just like the show, and I actually would have liked it a little better if they stuck with that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they should have made the scene a little longer, maybe 10 minutes or something.
Or if they had guts, what if they made that the whole movie? She sees talking maps, but no one else does.
That's wild.
But no, I like the interplay. Like, she's always singing songs, and I think there's a very memorable scene where someone has to go to the bathroom in the jungle.
Yeah.
She starts singing this song, and it's good laughs.
Yeah. So when the movie started, I thought it was going to be like Mean Girls.
Yeah, I thought that too. Like, it was going to be about, stick at the high school a little longer, because Mean Girls is exactly that.
A girl from the jungle.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan's from the African Plain or something. Uh-huh. And she's trying to acclimate to this social group. She befriends two people who convince her to join the most popular clique. Mean Girls is a great movie.
Yeah, Mean Girls is an excellent movie.
It's funny. And Mean Girls has a day out of the year because they list a date in the movie. Mm-hmm. And so now every day, it's like in October or something. And that's like Mean Girls Day.
Wow.
Yeah, that was written and directed by Tina Fey, I believe, of SNL fame.
Yeah.
30 Rock.
Yeah.
They actually made a musical out of it, a stage musical.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it the same one that we're doing the Christmas songs?
Yeah, they do. They definitely do Jingle Bell Rock, but I think they added a bunch of numbers. I don't know what numbers, but I hear, and they incorporated a lot more of the original source material. Like, apparently that book that's like a key plot point where it's like the hate book or something. Mm-hmm. That's like the name of the novel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. I love that scene.
Yeah, it's a good scene.
But this scene in Dora where she puts on the sun costume and she's doing her dance. Oh my God. I was like, what is going on?
It's funny when one person is doing dance moves, it looks weird. Like, unless they're just gliding across the dance floor or something like Usher. That's the most relevant. That's the most relevant guy I could think of.
Oh wow!
What happened to Usher? Nobody knows.
Oh my God!
But no, yeah, you got one person dancing by themselves. It doesn't look that cool, but they do the same move, and it's 20 different people. Suddenly, it's like, oh, that's a little cooler. Like, when it was just 4 of them, like the core 4 people doing those dance moves, it still was a little lame at the end. Uh-huh. But then when everybody joined in, I was like, okay, I'm with it.
Yeah.
And then they dumped those moves. They never did them again.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was funny stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that other movie where he does the dance move at the end? Vote for Pedro. What's his name?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
He has great dance moves.
Yeah. Those dance moves were great, but also they edited it too to make it look better. Like, it wasn't, uncut thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to dance just by yourself. Although I did win a dance contest once.
Oh, cool.
You don't believe me.
I believe you. What else happened? Swiper came out.
Yeah, Swiper was introduced midway through the film, only used in like 2 scenes.
I think he was a little more. He comes out at the beginning.
Oh, the very beginning's like this is the Foxes Association. They don't actually swipe.
And then he swipes the map.
Yeah, but that never became a real thing. Like that map didn't seem all that important.
And then he was guarding the thing. And then he swiped the treasure too.
Right, he took the treasure, which released the big trap. And Dora figured out, if I bring it back, you'll save the city or whatever.
I mean, I was watching it and I was like, swiper, no swiping.
I did say that at one point. No one
like,
else joined me in the theater.
Yeah.
It was a pretty scarce theater, actually. I went on Friday, like 3 p.m. Not too many people.
Oh, Gwen says, when I went to see the movie Friday, there was only 10 people in the theater. Did the movie do well? It probably didn't.
It was a crowded weekend. The Kitchen came out, which is like a mob DC comic adaptation about wives who take over for their jailed husbands in the mafia, and scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah,
and that's kind of a skewing younger horror too. So the teenagers, and I don't know, like this movie is definitely for the younger kids. You know, I don't think even tweens would go see it. You know, I don't think the good boys would go see it.
I think Dora is a little out of date.
Yeah,
Dora was popular maybe about 10 years ago.
Even
further than that, maybe.
Yeah, it fell out of flavor. I think 10 years ago. It seemed like.
So they should have made this movie about 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it's curious. It did not use the title Dora the Explora. Like, it's funny, anybody I talk to refuses to call it Dora and the City of Gold. Like, I know it's an adventure trope, like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, Tomb Raider and the Cradle of Life. That's an actual movie.
So this is the main actress. Her name is Isabella.
Isabella...
I don't want to say her last
Monier?
name. Whatever.
Is that French?
I don't know.
She a secret French person?
Her acting was pretty good.
Yeah. I was worried at first when it was like the younger version of Dora and Diego. I'm like, oh my gosh, these kid acting. Oh no. But luckily, yeah, she pulled through.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the other actors?
I think Diego was terrible. The villain was terrible.
Yeah. So the secret villain, not so great, but Diego right away, he seemed so wooden. Like I was baffled. I'm like I didn't see a ton of Dora the Explorer and even less of the Diego show spinoff, whatever that was, Talking Animals. And yeah, like he just was like a statue. Like I get it if it was like earlier, you know, in the movie, like he feels wooden at high school, but like he should have really come into himself in the jungle, and he never seemed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I didn't like his character too much, you know. I think Dora knocked it out the park.
Yeah,
her acting was really good.
Yeah, I liked how, like, even the picture I got right here, the expression on her face is just so bright and vibrant.
Yeah.
Like they found someone who had big eyes, you know. And it was weird. Like she's talking to her grandmother at one point, and like they're way zoomed in on a close up on Dora, and I'm like, she's wearing eyeliner, and she's like, she's from the jungle. She wouldn't be wearing eyeliner.
She's like, oh, I know that look. She has to poop. I was like, oh my god.
She was a great foil for Dora. Like, she's very smart, like Dora, but you know, also she was ruling the roost somehow. Like, it was an interesting person.
Gwen says it made 1.2 million opening day. Is that bad? I think that's bad.
Oh, that's really bad.
Oh no.
I mean, that doesn't even cover the CGI budget.
Oh no.
Like, these movies, they're either around 5 million to 10 million at the cheapest, and then half of that goes to marketing. So it's like 7.5, 10 and a half, you know, 15 million is what they want just to recoup. I wonder how it'll do internationally. Like, will China go out and see it?
We don't know. We'll recap on that in the next
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
weeks.
Well, I'll look into that specifically.
Overall, I think Nickelodeon is dead.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. It's odd. Like you don't hear. They used to be so huge with Rugrats and like Ninja Turtles is still going on, but it's just not as popular.
And I think it had the SpongeBob era that was really strong.
Right, and SpongeBob did a lot of movies. I guess I never saw a single one.
I remember seeing one.
I was never into SpongeBob.
Okay.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like SpongeBob.
But yeah.
Probably seen the first 3 seasons or something.
Okay. Oh, anything else about Dora? Did we talk about the when they got high on flowers?
Yeah, they turned it animated on the thing. That was wild. I was like,
It's like, oh, they're actually doing the animated show, and the bad guy took off his clothes for some reason.
it was really weird.
Yeah, I'm glad when they came back to reality, he had his clothes completely on. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to be weird in a kid's movie.
I mean, they put in a lot of adult jokes. I think Nickelodeon always does that.
Yeah, Nickelodeon's a little better at that. I remember Spy Kids, Danny Trejo shows up and gives them a watch. And, they're like, the joke is that there are so many gadgets in the watch, it doesn't even tell time.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like falling forever later in the movie. And they're like, how long have we been falling? He goes, I don't know. My watch doesn't tell time. That Spy Kids movie is weird.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of the other ones, but the first one's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, it has like this, like, basically the guy from Pee-wee's Playworld, but like a generic brand of that. And he's supposed to be a bad guy. Turns out he's a good guy. It's weird.
I think Nickelodeon always makes shows that have like adult jokes in them.
Well, DreamWorks did a lot of that too. Like Shrek has definite adult jokes. I think Pixar has adult themes, but not necessarily adult jokes.
Yeah, they don't really go there.
Yeah, like there's no secret sex jokes in Toy Story for some reason.
Okay.
But there's definite adult themes in Toy Story, like that parents can enjoy Pixar movies, you know? Like Upside Down, I mean, my goodness, it taught me about psychology.
I haven't seen that one.
Ooh, Upside Down's good.
Yeah.
Or, is it called Upside Down?
Inside Out, I think.
It's
it?
It's Inside Out. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's the one where they have like the germs or something inside the brain. Or
It's
something,
it's
right?
not germs, it's emotions.
Emotions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the emotions like kind of control what you do, and it's like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like this is how you build a personality. If you're depressed, you lose your personality. It's like, whoa. Like it's all metaphor. Great kids movie. People check it out. I don't know if a lot of people caught that one, Inside Out.
I think it's probably a good movie. I didn't catch it either.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it. I didn't get around to it.
Yeah, I think it was before Disney made its deal with Netflix, which is currently getting out of. So you won't see Endgame end up on Netflix.
Oh, thank God.
But for some reason, Mary Poppins is on Netflix.
Well, Mary Poppins was a flop, you know?
Oh, Mary Poppins Returns?
Oh, whichever one.
Oh, okay. I liked Mary Poppins Returns. I thought it was charming. I mean, a lot of kids' movies, they do have charm. I thought Dora definitely delivered on the charm. Just some characters I didn't care for. Diego didn't get a leopard at any point. I'm like, that's Diego's deal.
Yeah.
Like, was there even a leopard in the movie?
Only at the beginning. We had
Yeah,
little
the stuffed animal
Yeah.
and maybe a statue at the end because it was a jungle puzzle.
Okay.
Okay. Any last comments from our viewers as we wrap up the show?
What's next week?
So, Good Boys is coming out next week, but I thought we would try something new and give everybody 2 weeks to watch a movie.
So next week we're doing scary stories.
Yeah, scary stories to tell in the dark.
Okay.
And then we'll do Good Boys the following week.
Okay. I saw a lot of people checking into that movie.
Good Boys?
Scary stories.
Yes. So scary stories to tell in the dark. I'm probably going to catch it this week. And the kitchen, I think, looks pretty good. Maybe we'll push that one to like August 25th.
Okay.
But yeah, so go out and see Scary Stories. I know we just covered a kids movie, but check out the Scary Stories. I think it's more teen, but yeah, I think it should be real good.
Okay.
So thanks for joining us. See you next week.
See you next week.
Okay.
See you, Ron.